Hi, my name is Oscar. Welcome to Minor Matter of Strength Conditioning. Thank you guys for joining me. This is our series on foam roller. Now, before we get into actually stretches that you can do and exercises that you can use in the foam roller, I'm going to get an overview of why foam rollers is so effective and why there's not only a fad with the industry, but it's actually very useful in alleviating a lot of the pains and aches that are located either in different body regions, and that's because you have this connected tissue all along your body, not only in your IT band that's made of your this connected tissue known as fascia, but also in your arch, which is what causes plantar fasciitis if it's too tight, but also all the way to your skull. So this fascia is actually very ubiquitous in the human body, but it's also very useful in movements that we do. Now, one analogy that I like to use is think of one of my hobbies is astronomy. Now, think of the universe. Now, there's only about so much light that we can see. Most of it is actually dark energy, or what they perceive as dark energy. But they know that it's there because it holds all the light together. And this dark energy is like 94% of the whole, 94 to 96% of the whole mass of the universe. Well, that's almost exactly like fascia. Fascia is ubiquitous in your human body. You find it in between muscles and then between all the way from your skull to your toe. And I can show you a picture of what fascia actually looks like. Now, these are actually pictures from a book that I studied, and these is actually one of the connective tissue fascia that's actually been taken from a human body, all the way from your foot all the way to your skull, and that's pretty much what it looks like. So if you're pretty much eating meat, you can see that fascia on red meat, and that's actually what it binds the muscle together. Now, one thing that you can do is using a foam roller will actually help increase the movement, because if the muscle is too tight, fascia will help restrict that movement. It can build adhesions that can later turn to scar tissue. And that's why when you use the foam roller, it will be a little bit uncomfortable, but you can think about it this way. A lot of this time, when I was at school, we learned muscles singular, such as your biceps brachia. We only studied the biceps brachia, it has two heads. It connects from your supraglenoid cavity all the way to the anterior ligament that connects to the radius, which actually flexes. But this actually is, it's still useful to know what origin insertions are, but it provides only a two-dimension of the movement, because we live in a three-world dimension. We can move in different directions, kind of like when you're seeing this video. You are in a third 3D dimension. You can move, you can smell, you can taste. However, I'm in a two-dimension because you're watching this video. I can only move there, back there. I can't use my senses. I cannot smell what you can smell. This is kind of an analogy I like to use when you're using foam rollers, because foam rollers will help increase not only your range of motion, but help you move in a more functional way, such as in the three-dimension, the way your body's supposed to move. So by stretching, you actually help unrestrict the movements that will cause a lot of pains and aches, such as your IT band. For example, your IT band can be really tight if it's overused. Your IT band runs back over here. It's not a muscle, it's actually a connective tissue. Your TFL turns into your IT band and it inserts back in your kneecap. Now, if it's used too much and not stretched, what happens? Your knee goes out to the side. That's called maltraction of the knee. And it can be easily alleviated by stretching your IT band, but it's actually a little bit discomfort, but it will allow you more movement, and it will unrestrict that movement that caused your IT band to be tight, and in essence cause a lot of knee pain. So using foam rollers is actually a great way of alleviating a lot of aches and pains in your body. And I want to go through these series of videos will help go through a lot of common problems such as piriformis syndrome, iliotibial band syndrome, runner's knee, patellotendinitis, lower back remedy, a lot of different types of aches and pains that can be alleviated by a simple foam roller that will only cost only $20, depending on where you get it from Amazon or your local shopping store. And if you're really interested in knowing more about the world according to fascia, then you can check out Thomas Myers' books. It's a really good introduction of what fascia is all about. And like I said, it's actually uncharted territory of what actually fascia is, because we have so much little information about what this actually does, kind of like we have so much little information of dark energy, but we know it exists, we know it's abundant in our human body, and we know that it actually works with us and provides energy efficiency in our human body so that we can walk, move a lot better. It works like a spring to help conserve energy, and that's a good thing whether you're jumping or running, because the more efficient your body is, the more faster, higher, and more weight you can lift. So this video is not only to demonstrate a couple of different what formulas are all about, but also to help alleviate some aches and pains that you can see in the next videos. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys later.